Good morning, Coyotes. Happy Friday. Today is Friday, March 11th. Welcome to Friday Flag. With me, I have Mr. Zenartu, our counselor, and I have Mr. Rivera, who is stepping in for Mrs. Chavatini. I wanted him to be able to join us on here because, boys and girls, he is here to support you, your friends, your teachers, everyone at Coal Canyon. So if you see him, be sure to say hello to him and introduce yourself. We have some exciting activities coming up. We are preparing for our Coyote obstacle course that every Coyote will get to participate in. I already see those pledges coming in and the donations. So if you are able to raise money to help our school, that's great. But either way, you will get to participate in the obstacle course and it will be so fun. That's coming up on March 24th. Also, coming up, we have St. Patty's Day. Be sure to wear green on Thursday, March 17th. If you would like to wear green, well, I'm sure we'll see a lot of it. That's always fun. And also on March 18th, we have a special send-off ceremony or assembly first thing in the morning to encourage our students who are going to the Special Olympics at Mesa High School. We can't wait for that. If you want to wear red to show your support, that would be awesome. Let's begin with the flag salute. Please rise. Remove all hats and hoodies. Right hand over your heart. Ready, begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated. And now we're going to go over to Mr. Rivera. He's going to do the birthdays for us. Take it away, Mr. Rivera.
Thank you. Good morning. I want to recognize the birthdays that will be coming up this week. I want to start with our 6-year-olds. Turning 6 will be Indigo and Michaela. Students who are turning 7 years old, Eli, Alanis, Isaiah, Brennan. And then students that are turning 8 years old, Levi, Aiden, Audrey, Daniel, and Hunter. Our 9-year-olds, Malia and Serene. And our 11-year-olds, Maisi, hopefully I said that correctly, Graham, Evan, Madison. Congratulations and happy birthday.
I was muted there for a minute. Thank you, Mr. Rivera. Let's take a look at the sharing segment now. Carlos has something to share with us. Wow, Carlos, thank you for sharing. You have some cool reptiles and your dog is adorable. I'm so glad you shared that with us. All right, boys and girls, now we are going over to Mr. Zenartu, who has a video to share with us. This is a really important video. I want to make sure everyone is listening for this one because we're doing the mindset and behavior tip a little differently. As you probably heard, next week, starting on Monday, the 14th, masks will be optional. And so some students may choose to wear masks and some may not want to wear masks anymore. And the big takeaway message is it's okay either way. If your friends or a classmate wears a mask, that's totally fine. We will respect that choice. And if they don't want to wear a mask anymore, we'll make sure we're respecting that choice as well too. So here we go, boys and girls. Here's a great video, and the takeaway message is to respect our friends. Let's take a look at it.
Hi, boys and girls. I hope your week has been a good one. In this week's Mindset Message, I want to talk to you about the topic of masks. Before we start talking about the change, I just want to acknowledge how far we've come as a school from 2 years ago. We went through the process of virtual learning. Work at home these days is only homework. And little by little, our restrictions are getting lifted, making school more and more normal. Now that we've made it to March 2022, we're very excited to share with you the new rule about masks. So this is the very big change. When you come to school on Monday, March 14th, masks will now be a choice. You can choose to wear them for personal reasons, as a fashion accessory, or to just not wear a mask at all. So with the change in the rule, you might think, what's the big deal? What's the difference about wearing masks or not? In reality, it's really no big deal. I want you to remember it's a choice. And no matter what someone chooses, we're still going to be respectful, we are going to be kind to others, and we're going to make sure every coyote feels welcome and comfortable. Now you get to choose. And if you're having a hard time with that, we recommend that you talk to a parent or trusted adult. They could give you help on what would be the best choice for you and your family. No matter what you choose, we hope whatever you wear feels comfortable, it makes you feel very safe, and it will help you finish out the year being the best learner you can be. We talked about the do's, now let's talk about the things you can't do. There are 3 things we cannot allow you to do. Number 1 is to put someone down or make someone feel bad because of the choice they made. That's not right, and that's not the Coal Canyon way. We also want to make sure that we're cleaning up our trash and not littering the school with any masks. And finally, just like we would in normal times, you're not allowed to leave out friends because of the choice they made. Remember, everyone, we are Coal Canyon heroes. That means that we are going to come to school dressed to learn for success. That means we're going to be helpful, encouraging, respectful, and outstanding, not only to ourselves, but to our peers. No matter what choice people make, we want to make sure that we continue to be kind and nice to each other, so we can continue having a positive community of respectful learners here at Coal Canyon. And for those who still choose to wear their mask, we will respect that too. And if for some reason you forgot it, we have plenty to be able to give to you so you can have a safe experience here learning. We know here at school that big changes can be hard for some students and people, and that can sometimes provoke some pretty strong emotions like anger, sadness, or even anxiety. I want to remind you all that you always can use your coping strategies to help you if you're having a hard time. Those include breathing, counting, and using that positive self-talk to tell yourself it's going to be okay. Some final quick reminders. Just remember, you are allowed to wear a mask if you choose to. You can always help stop any spread by using good hygiene and washing your hands. And just make sure to be kind to everyone, your classmates and staff, no matter what decision they make. A lot of us, including myself, are very excited for this new period of school, and it should really make school a lot more fun, relaxing, and easier for everyone to learn. If for some reason any of you are having some hard time with this change, remember your school counselor, Mr. Zanartu, is here to help you, along with all the other trusted adults at our campus. So don't forget to make sure to reach out. We want to thank all the students and families for being so kind and supportive this year. Remember, we're all in this, and we will get through this together. With something to think about, everyone, this is your school counselor, Mr. Zanartu. Have a great day.
Thank you for that message, Mr. Zanartu. I love that you reiterate that we are all here to help. If you have any questions, let us know, and we're here. All right, boys and girls, let's take a look at Howley's Heroes. I love celebrating our students who are showing that they are being helpful, encouraging, respectful, and outstanding. Let's start with kindergarten. In Mrs. Bider's class, we have Hannah and Jace. And Mrs. Hyme's class, Mateo and Charlotte. In Mrs. Gorton's class, Liam S. and Ariana. And in first grade, in Mrs. Stringer's class, we have JR. In Mrs. Espinoza's class, Riker. In Mr. Reagan's class, Kingston. In Mrs. Cron's class, Layla. And in Mrs. Murray's class, Dira. And in second grade, in Mrs. Calvion Murray's class, we have Matthew. In Miss Eisinger's class, Tizzy. Miss Garrity's class, Cruz. Mrs. Welch's class, Mateo. And in Mrs. Manzella's class, we have Gemma. In Mrs. Teresa's class, we have Hunter. And in third grade, in Mrs. Tope's class, we have Sophie. In Mrs. Gonzalez's class, Quinn. In Mrs. Hess's class, Chanel. In Mrs. Hewittson's class, Jackson. Mrs. Hartley's class, Allie. In Mrs. Levin's class, Kira. And in fourth grade, in Mrs. Schroeder's class, we have Dylan. In Mrs. Dameron's class, AJ. In Mrs. Ariana's class, Stella. In Mrs. Vogel's class, Connor O. And in Mr. Pacey's class, we have Maya. And in Mrs. Smith's class, Hayden J. In Miss Trujillo's class, we have Logan. And in fifth grade, in Mrs. Bryan's class, Gracie. Mrs. Greenstein's class, Lucas. Mrs. Getz's class, Justin. Mrs. Beth Key's class, Isabella. And in Mrs. Hemrick's class, we have Eiley. All right, boys and girls, thank you so much for tuning in to Friday Flag this week. We hope you have a great Friday and an even better weekend. We will see you all back here next week on Monday. Have a great day.